All right, I'm back. Um, so, the other book that I want to tell you about, and by the way, I hope there's somebody in your class who is writing down book titles. First one that you have to write down is As Brave as You. But the other book that I read by Jason Reynolds in the last few months is called Ghost. And it's a book with a yellow color. And it is about a boy in school who is a really good runner, but he's never, gone out for the track team or gone to competitions and things like that. But he's just really fast. And I really enjoyed it too. It's not a long book. This one is a little bit longer. Ghost is a shorter one. So if you don't like to have books that are too long, you might be interested in it. I really like Jason Reynolds' writing though. And when he writes and uses the voice of a student. I think he writes very well for the age level that he's talking about. But the other book that I wanted to share with you today is called The Girl Who Drank the Moon. And I bought this book on Saturday morning, and it should have a shiny sticker on it because just in the last 2 weeks, it won the Newbery Medal. You know how we always talk about the books with the shiny stickers? So this was determined to be the best book of 2016, published in 2016, for young people your age. So it's by Kelly Barnhill. She has another novel called Witch's Boy. I haven't read it either, but I heard a lot about this book in the last number of months. So on the one hand, I'm not too surprised that it won the medal. Now, I might read this book, but maybe I won't either. You know how we always talk about you should have a chance to read the books that interest you? So this book is about a stolen baby, a very brave boy, some ancient magic, and bad politicians. I have to say, it doesn't really appeal to me. I've heard really, really good things about the book, and obviously it's good because it won the Newbery Medal, but it's just not exactly the type of book that appeals to me. So I'm not sure yet. Maybe the fact that it won the Newbery will convince me that I should read it, but I don't know. Often this book sits on my to-be-read pile for a long time, and eventually I just pass it on to somebody else, let them read it and tell me about it, because I just don't want to spend the time reading it. I want to read something that's more appealing to me. But what I do want you to do is to check out a couple of book trailers about it so that you get a better idea. And I know that I've talked to you and said that I prefer the book trailers that are often put out by the publisher or by the author. And I don't think there is one for this, so you'll have to kind of check around. But pick something that's not too long. I know there was one that I liked was 1 minute and 43 seconds. And I think it was a librarian that posted it. So check out a couple and see what you think. I'll be back home in a week. I'll bring the book over. Maybe one of you would like to read it. I do want to tell you about 2 more books, though, that I really liked. I read them both before Christmas, I think both in December. And they're by the same author. So the first one I read is the later one that she wrote, and it's called Salt to the Sea. And the author's name is Ruta Sepetz. So it's a different name. Ruta is her first name, and her last name is capital Septys. So Salt to the Sea would be considered historical fiction. It's based on a true event in history in 1945, but it's something that people are not really aware of. I wasn't aware of it at all. It's a wonderful story. But another thing that's really interesting about the book is that it's written from 4 characters' point of view. So every chapter is one of these four characters. And so you get to hear what happened from different points of view. And it's a nifty way to write a book. And the characters are quite interesting. And because I liked that book so much, I thought I better look up one that she had written before that. And it's called Between Shades of Grey. And it too is historical fiction. And it is about another event, true event in history, in 1941 when Russia annexed, that means pulled into their country, Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia. Now, when I was in Elk Creek, we once had an exchange student who came and went to school there who was from Latvia. So it's always been kind of interesting to me. But I don't read a lot of historical fiction. I like it, just probably, I don't know why I don't read lots of it, but both of these were really good. You know, we've had some really great historical fiction books. I hear that many of you are reading The War That Saved Me, and that was a great book from last year. So again, if that's a book that you liked, you should check these two out. You're going to have to ask Mrs. Phillips to find out if she can get those books, because I think they'd be good additions to your library. Or look online. Have you signed up to Overdrive through the Boyne Library? Because I read both of these books through Overdrive. Okay, I think that's it for today. I had some more information for you, but I'll wait till I see you in person. See ya!